Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benin with Israeli News Live, and the picture is worth 1,000 words, no doubt. Former President Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State, and current President Joe Biden walking arm in arm, but of course Obama leading the way here. And there's been a lot of speculation over the years that Obama may end up coming back in power in one way or the other. Well, recently, I was discussing this information with some friends up in Washington, and that actually came up. The subject came up about Obama coming back. And because of the situation with the Taliban, which is what we're going to be going into today, the Taliban, the former President Obama's role and Hillary Clinton's role in their secret missions that were done with the Taliban amongst other groups in the Middle East there, we'll be talking about today. But what was very interesting, though, is that in my discussions, it was a plausible idea that Biden may end up creating some sort of advisory role regarding the situation, the current situation in Afghanistan with the Taliban coming into power and Obama coming back as part of the administration to help resolve that issue. And of course, as you're going to learn today, there's probably no better man for the job to resolve it because he created it along with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, of course, is, along with Obama, but more so Hillary Clinton, is majorly a contributor to the Biden presidency, but neither Hillary
with Armed Services Committee member Senator Thom Tillis, who writes in a new op-ed for FoxNews.com, "Don't let the Taliban dictate the terms." Senator Tillis, thank you very much for being here. I want to start by saying that you and your office, I know, are working around the clock to answer as many requests from people who are passing them along to you. And I think we all thank you for the work that your office is doing right now. I know it is not necessarily something that falls upon Senate offices to take that underway. What were your thoughts as you listened to this discussion about the Taliban saying, you know, it's August 31st and then you're done, then you're out?
I think they probably anticipated where we would be at this point. And what they're trying to do is shut down all of our humanitarian operations, and it will put countless lives at risk. Not only the SIV holders, American citizens, but their families and their extended families. I think we played right, and there's advisors have to believe they need to be replaced. Now, I don't know who was responsible for advising the president process around just how many people there were, how difficult it was going to get to have them transit to the Kabul airport.
Initially,
it was a huge mistake. It was devoid of any thought process around just how many people there were, how difficult it was going to get to have them transit to the Kabul airport. I mean, I don't know who was responsible for advising the president. They need to be replaced. I don't know, of course, earlier, so minus 1 day from what we talk about here.
Yeah, and as a good question that was raised today, it takes also time to get U.S. forces out of there.
Humanitarian operations, and it will put countless lives at risk. Not only the SIV holders, American citizens, but their families and their extended families. I think we played right into the Taliban's hands, and they need to be replaced. But if the president made a decision, I have to believe that our military advisors, our intelligence advisors, had to have expressed concerns.
Yeah.
Advisors, our intelligence advisors, had to have expressed concerns.
Yeah, we're hearing from the Pentagon right now. We're going to go there live. Senator, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean.
Is, along with Obama, but more so Hillary Clinton, is majorly a contributor to the Biden presidency, but neither Hillary nor Joe Biden have the support of the Pentagon or people in Washington, and they figure that bringing Obama back in the mix and being, quote, the savior of the day might actually make a change for the Biden administration in some way. Kind of reminds me of the movie The Terminator and this famous little quote right here, and I'll play that for you, right? Interesting, when Arnold Schwarzenegger says this, he comes in here, and you can't help but think of Obama, but worse would be Hillary.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yeah, and of course we know the picture of that is not very pleasant when he does come back. Anyway, former Obama officials demands Biden shake up national security team as Afghanistan descends into chaos. And by the way, they knew, people, the government officials in Washington have known for a year now that we needed to get our people out of Afghanistan, without question. Breitbart News is reporting too, the UN warns Joe Biden executions, torture continue as U.S. readies to leave Afghanistan. Repression of the Taliban. Opposition was cited by the UN on Tuesday as evidence of what lies ahead for Afghanistan as President Joe Biden presses ahead with plans to withdraw U.S. forces. UN Human Rights Chief Michelle Bachelet urged the Human Rights Council to monitor the rights situation in Afghanistan in the wake of the Taliban's takeover and the corresponding U.S. departure. She's right there. And he's going to be terrified by it, and it reminds me of what the Marines described, something coming up close. They could see an image, but nothing that the thermal imaging would pick up, just like a spirit. Listen to the way he reacts, though.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله أحمد
Right again.
مش قادر إخواني واحد راح إيش وراي.
And again, could it have been doctored? Sure, it could have. I don't. It says that it was Hillary Clinton, not Joe Biden, speaking to foreign leaders about Afghanistan. In this case here specifically, the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Hillary Clinton had contacted him about women's rights in Afghanistan. Not that she really cares about the women's rights in Afghanistan, clearly by the actions that are being done on the ground. Also, though, to confirm, though, that yes, they were already in talks. I saw this article here. Turkey welcomes Taliban's positive message to the international community. And then again, the common interest between China and the Taliban's talks in Tianjin. In addition to security concerns, its neighboring Xinjiang region, China sees an expanded role for its Belt and Road Plan. So yes, China has already had a delegation of the Taliban meet with them, and China says they won't have any problem working with them.
Body of Shamsuddin. Maria, what is it you desire?
I desire the soul of Kristen Brown. We will feast upon it as she fests on the brave.
No! It was my manager, Jim Jack! He was the one—
Silence! Lamia, surely you can be dissuaded from taking this insignificant woman. Surely she's not worthy of your greatness.
Now, Milos, no!
Here it is, boys. I found it. you.
I'm the Devil's Reaper. I am here to claim you, Solomon Kane. Your deal is done.
A deal? I made no deal!
There was a deal, and your soul is the price. Your life of murder and greed is over.
You cannot take my soul.
The devil will have you.